This is called We Are All Sound, instructions for a dance piece that I will not perform for you.
Everything is pixelated. Stand center stage, facing those who are looking at you. First, raise your right elbow out to the right at 90 degrees from your side. Now, move your forearm up at a 45-degree angle at your elbow, holding your hand straight in front of your forehead. Hold this for 2 seconds, then drop your arm, putting both hands in your pockets. Now slowly walk backwards, first the right foot and then the left. Look at those in front of you who are looking at you. Stop and lean forward with your upper torso, keeping your lower body in alignment with your spine, and then straighten back up and take 4 quick, small steps backwards. Take your hands out of your pockets and do this again. Feel your calves work to keep you balanced as you lean forward. Then take 4 quick, small steps backwards, then 2 steps forward, then 8 steps back. Stop and touch your right hand to the right side of your mouth and drop it down again. Now turn to your right, using your left shoulder to pull your upper torso in that direction, which in turn pulls the lower half of your body with it as you twist at the waist. Bend both arms at the elbow until your wrists are just above your waist, and then chasse sideways to your right. Shuffle around the stage, your left foot hitting the inside of the right, which then skips out to the side, etc. Raise your left arm up and down as you do this, and then bend your right knee outwards and to the side. Feel your oblique muscles engage and pull you inward and down. Curl your right elbow and shoulder forward and kick your left leg out to the side until you are lying on your right side. From this position, contract your abdominal muscles and use this flexion to pull your left elbow and left knee together. Stay in this position for 5 seconds. Now stand and raise both your arms in front of you until they are parallel to the ground. Put your weight onto your left foot and lift your right leg up, bent at the knee. Straighten your left arm and reach down as if about to touch the ground. Then swiftly flex your abdominal muscles inward, pulling your upper torso downward. Bend your left leg and raise your right arm up. Hop once backwards as you fall onto your ass. Roll onto your left side. Feel your left shoulder, ribs, and hip press against the ground. Raise your right leg and bend it at a 45-degree angle while raising your left arm, and do the same. Shift back and forth on the ground for 6 seconds. Move your body to the left and to the right as your abdominal muscles flex and release, pulling you up and then back down. Feel how long and drawn out these 6 seconds can be while being present in the bodily sensation of what's happening inside your skin. Register whatever chemicals course through your bloodstream and whatever signals move through your nervous system. Then stand and turn perpendicular to those who are watching you. Raise your left arm out to your side, and then do the same with your right arm, keeping this arm bent at the elbow. Now, shuffle forward and back, waving your left arm up and down slightly. Keep your wrists loose and fingers spread slightly open. Take 1 step forward and then 2 steps back. Chasse away from those who are watching you. Now take 5 steps across the stage from left to right and then pause, swaying in place from right to left. Then, using your spine as an axis and your knees as support, rapidly turn clockwise 270 degrees to the right and drop yourself to the ground, twisting as you do this until you are flat on your back. Feel your organs shift in response to the sudden movement. Contract your abdominal and psoas muscles in order to force the air out of your lungs. Take a large breath in and then repeat the forced exhalation. Maintaining the contact of the back to the ground, rotate 180 degrees your body clockwise. Look straight up at the ceiling or sky. Notice how your enteric nervous system shifts its attention away from digestion to other more urgent tasks. Continue to breathe in the forced manner of before. Engage the intercostal muscles beneath your ribs to push your lungs in and out. Now spin your body around again. Your back pressed to the ground, 1.5 full rotations counterclockwise for a total of 540 degrees. Feel your heartbeat, your pulse, the adrenaline in your system. Wait a beat, and then allow your shoulder and upper torso to lift you up. Let your head hang slack as you rise up to your feet. Now face forward again. Open and close your mouth 3 times while bending your right arm in front of you and thrusting it up and down at those who are watching you. Shift your weight to the right, then rotate your torso at the waist in that direction. Hold your right arm up and bend the forearm back at the elbow until it is chin high and horizontal. Then jerk back to your left. Now fall quickly onto your right side, then roll onto the left, onto your back, with your arms bent up at the elbows and hands slapped. Using your hamstrings and upper back muscles, shift your entire body 2 inches to the left in one movement. Now lift your right arm and throw it over your body to the left. Kick your right leg over the left, using all your strength to throw yourself over onto your front. When you land, your feet should be slightly spread, your right arm out in front of you, your head turned to the left and resting on your bent left arm. Now, clench your neck muscles and jerk your head off your forearm and to the right. Twist your right arm behind your back until your wrist is touching your belly. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other and feel your stomach muscles clenching. Now repeat the last part again, just the flip from your back to your front. Again, begin by thrusting your right arm over your torso and kicking your right leg over the left, thus pulling the rest of your body up and over until you land face down. Try to do so in a way that will lift you off the ground during the flip. Don't just roll over, flip. Do it again. Again. Now, repeat this one more time, but as slowly as possible. Try to use every muscle in your body to lift yourself off the ground and flip over onto your front. Your head turned to the left and resting on your bent left arm, your legs straight out and slightly spread. Clench your neck muscles and slowly pull your head off your left arm and to the right. Internally rotate your right arm 180 degrees in its socket and then flex the elbow back, adducting it towards your midline. Now slowly squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and feel your stomach muscles clenching. Twist your right wrist up and to the left. Rotate your left arm in its socket and bend it at the elbow. Feel your pectoral and lateral muscles stretch as you twist your left wrist up and over to your spine. Now, stay perfectly still, holding this position until further instruction.
Everything is pixelated. We watched you take steps backwards, first the right and then the left, your hands in your pockets. We watched you as you pushed forward and then took 4 quick steps backwards, feeling it in your calves. Press forward, 2 steps forward, and then 8 steps back. We watched you as you touched your hand to your mouth. We watched as you turned to the side and put your elbows up. We watched as you sashayed to the right, your left foot pressing the right inside of your right foot. We watched as you put your left hand up and down, kicked out your left leg, and then used your abdominal muscles to pull your left knee up against your left elbow. We watched as you put your arms out horizontal to the ground. We watched as you put your left leg down and put your weight on it. We watched as you leaned over and put your left arm till your hand almost pressed the ground. We watched as you bent your left knee and used your abdominal muscles to fold down and fall on your ass. We watched as you leaned onto your left side and your hip bone, ribs, and shoulder pressed against the ground. We watched as you put your right hand up. We watched as you took those 6 seconds to feel the organs inside your body, to feel the electricity in your nervous system and the chemicals in your bloodstream. We watched as you scooched to the left with your abdominal muscles. And then you stood, you turned perpendicular to those who were watching you, and we watched as you raised your left hand out, up and down, waving, as you sashayed 1 step forward and 2 steps back until everything became pixelated. We watched as you took 5 steps forward and swayed back and forth. We watched as you spun clockwise 270 degrees, twisting your spine until you landed on your back, looking up at the sky. We watched as you used your intercostal muscles to squeeze your lungs and force the air out. We watched as you spun your back against the ground 180 degrees clockwise. We watched as you felt your breathing. We watched as you looked up at the sky in the financial building. We watched as your entire nervous system moved away from digestion to more important things. We watched as you rotated counterclockwise 540 degrees and used your shoulders, your head slack, to stand up. We watched as you opened and closed your mouth 3 times, thrusting your hand forward. We watched as you used your hands and legs to flip over, your legs out, and partially spread. Again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Do it 1 more time, this time as slowly as possible. Don't just move, but flip your right leg over your left leg, your right hand over your left, your head resting on your left wrist. Now rotate your right shoulder as you move bend your elbow and move your wrist to the back until it presses up against your belt. Feel your back muscles clench as you move your left arm in the same rotation. Now bend your wrist up 90 degrees as high as it can go until everything becomes pixelated. But we will not perform that dance for you. For instead, we might yet have become scavengers of the unknown, liberating the contact zones where we find ourselves, lumpy and contestable aggregates, which might be another way of saying community, a sweaty and angered entanglement of overripe species beings, buzzed and honey-drunk in the counter-future, impure yet interdependent. And if I am to carry my body and carry the contagions and viruses to the courthouse, and to the feast, to the assembly, and to the after-party, then let my body and all that it carries and all that feeds upon it in it exercise a significant otherness in biopolitical relays. Every bod's body a DNA minefield for their recon, their recombinant bit streams, our rap sheets, ourselves, a solitary cellular one-to-one archive, and a free-for-all fire drill in the future in which everyone will have had a 15-minute blood panel presentation on the work they've yet to begin. So let's meme up and tear down the fences. Went back to the plaza and all I got were these linked cuffs. But what's the point of an authorized protest? It's like perfume, gas. So chins up, chests out, shields to the front. The glitter block's got my back pressed up against a forward heave. But who defines each situation? Our finance committee versus their finance committee. Each revolution gets the prosody it deserves. So this is why my hope is that by the time you hear this, its affective logics and pseudo-formalist gestures will have been rendered obsolete by the events to come. So I'm going downtown to get back my tent and Lindsay's paper cutter, not because I care that much about stuff, but I'm interested in the logistics. Since I am I, because the big state knows me. So pull down the chain links from the free school shelves, rip the cover off your copy of A Megaphone, roll it up into a cone and shout to the riot police, "That's a bad poem." You can smell the autonomy in the plaza. 1 part vinegar to 1 part Maalox to 1 part tactical action weed. You can't believe your stinging eyes. So I just need a plowshare to bury the broken glass caused by the business end of my plowshare. Because the dialectics come fast and hard against the facts, such as they will have been, and from have been to will is the breach in functional time, where being in public space with nothing to do is something to work with. So instead of killing time, you're free to live in it, to live it. We love you, Michael Jackson. Don't afraid. Because it's go time in the illuminated copter lights, shining down as we're dancing in the after-gassed air, rhythmed against the chopper blades, holding down the intersection yet not yet kettled by the so-called realism of the cynics who are tweeting from the ever-shrinking sidelines. And yet here we are, each other's audience, lashing, lit, and lit up by the fires we set to cast the shadows we can creep back into. Landscapes of dissensus, composted with the shit we've swallowed for too long, and then harvested as topsoil for the permanent autonomous zones we all cry out for. Because we are all sound, everybody's body a bullhorn, long-range poetic device. Because we will only ever be that we have struggled together to have become. Monsters on the move, thriller mobs, moving forward, 2 steps forward and 1 step back. 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 Pressing on towards unimaginable tomorrows.
How's it
Thank you. Thanks, Abby.